Alright guys, let's carry on with the cube. I'm just eating some cake, so we're going to continue with Desert Wind. Got a Jordan Maxwell in the background talking about this zombie thing at the moment. Let me just sort this out.
So I've been around, been all over the world, I've been all the stories, I've been all kinds of interesting guys and meeting people, important people, writers, authors, actors, teachers, astronauts, politicians, James Scoop and everybody else. So I've heard all that story. So that's why I enjoy talking to people about all the things that they've never heard before. That's why it's a real pleasure to be on your show. So, where do we go? Where do we go from here?
Bear with me guys, I'm just eating a bit of cake.
His company and what he was doing. I wasn't that interested, but I knew about it. So, and watching him building the hotels, etc., etc. But I don't have it. I've always been apolitical. I have no, like George Carlin said, I don't have a dog in this race. I don't care about. I don't care about politics. I don't care about the government. I don't care about politics. And I really don't care about politics in America. But having said that, I do have a knowledge about words and terms and symbols, things which are important to America. They don't know it yet. They're told it yet. But there's a lot of things which are very important to know about American life.
Apologies guys, right. Gotta try and work this out. Will that go on now? No. Excuse me. They lost the reason for even living because they wanted to be accepted by their friends, and their friends laughed and mocked them, and so they ended up committing suicide. I've seen that happen. And so I feel the same way about adults. Adults do not like to be laughed at and mocked shine it, and especially prove it wrong on something they've always believed all their life. They believe something, and then one day somebody comes along and shows you absolute solid truth that you're wrong on what you believe. So, like my dad
Strange.
years ago, do not try to preach a pig to Satan, because it will waste your time and irritate the pig. So don't try and teach a pig to Satan. Meaning, don't try and make people see the truth. Because you just make it enemies. So I learned a lot of things. So I just put the work out there. I just put the documents, the materials, the truth out there. And whoever's supposed to hear it, they will. And whoever's not supposed to hear it, they won't. Whoever cares, that's fine. Whoever don't care, I don't care. I don't care either. So that's what I do. But American politics no longer interests me. Never have, for sure. No, it doesn't. But I am kind of curious to see now where America's going to go. Now it's kind of like a new ball game. The old game's over, and now let's see what the new game is going to be. So in that way, I am kind of curious, but I don't have a dog in this situation, so I don't care. I'm 76 years old. I have no family. I have nothing. I don't know who has got nothing. So I'm just doing what I do. And I talk to people about things that they've heard of before and try to educate my fellow man. So that's what I do. Do the best I can with it. Where do we go from there? That's exactly right. Yeah. Well, it happened actually probably goes back to I don't know, maybe I would say the 3rd or 4th century AD. 3rd or 4th century AD. Especially the 5th century with the fall of the Roman Empire, and Rome finally officially collapsed and fell right around, I think it's 446 AD, something like that. And then with the Roman Empire collapsing, the powers that be behind Rome, that's something a lot of people don't know, is that behind Caesar and the Roman government was one thing, but the real power were the people who owned Caesar, the people that Caesar represented behind the scenes.
The Vatican.
So Caesar was like our president in America, but our president really doesn't have much to say about anything. It's the guys who have, investment in this country. The guys who own the banks, the guys who control the money, commerce, religion, the guys who control the country from behind the scenes. There's where the real power. The real power is in the hands of people that you have never heard of or never ever heard. They run the country. And not only do they run the country, but they're in league with others like themselves around the world, and they run the world. And so,
I've got an idea.
Does not have very much power at all. He is like the president of a company, but he could be president of the eating company. But if you get in trouble or do something you're not supposed to, and they find out the people who own the company, the big stockholders, they will replace you real quick. You'll fire. They're not God. They'll fire you. The people who really own the company, they are the bosses. You're just the president of the corporation. But president of the corporation, that's why you have vice president. Because if we get tired of you being president, I own the company, I'll just fire you. I don't have to worry about firing you. Vice president takes over the meeting. But we don't need you. And as soon as the vice president takes over, first thing he has to do is appoint another vice president, in case I decide I don't like them. And I fire the next president. And so the president of a corporation really does not have very much power. It's the people who own the corporation. They have the power. So when you understand how the world works, I think only kind of people don't. That's why we have no power. America, North America, has really no power over their government. I mean, we're supposed to call it democracy and the people rule and all of that. That's the reason why we don't have the power over the government, we have no personal power, is because we have no personal knowledge. Now, many times I said that on the show, that knowledge is power. So without the knowledge of how the government works, what the words mean, how it was set up, how it operates in secret, that you don't know anything about. And so today, in North America, Canada, and America, the people of the country look at what's going on, and it's all crazy, ludicrous, and stupid, and wasting billions of dollars here, and hundreds of millions of dollars there, and then raising the taxes to people. And so people realize there's something really, really corrupt, really bad about government. But, however,
strange.
What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Why? Because we don't know how it works. I don't know. Normally, a normal person in the street sees a crime, they go report it to the government. But when the government is committing the crime, who do you report it to? God? You might as well talk to God because you're not going to do anything about the government because they're in control.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Yeah, got it. Oh shit. Sorry guys. I've just twigged it. Oh, come on. There you go.
Whatever it is, believe me, it will get done quickly. Because the Congress knows, the country knows what I know, and that you're not going to miss 25 million people. That ain't smart. And you got to bring out the military. Don't bring out the military against your own people. Because all over the world, people all over the world, and political leaders will see, wow, that Caesar is bringing out the palace guard against his own people. And so that doesn't look good at all. He's lost control. Not only do the people not like him, they're making demands on him, and he's scared to death and sending the Marines out. And so that is very bad business. That's very bad for politics. And so people really are the power. What you need is about 10 million people uprising and saying, we've had enough, we don't want this or that law, or we don't want this or that person, whatever it is. And the people are the power. In relation to that, in the ancient Roman Empire, there is a maximum of law. A maximum of law that says the will of the people is the voice of God. That's actually in the law of Rome, the ancient Roman Empire. Think about that. The will of the people is the voice of God. Rome realized that if you get millions of people angry and they are demanding something, I don't care how powerful Caesar thinks he is, if you get that many people rising up against the empire, against the government, believe me, Caesar will do whatever it is that makes peace again. Whatever the people want, he will give them. Whatever it is, he will give them. So that everybody will be quiet, go home, and relax, because if not, these people are bad, they're angry, and there's millions of them. So the people are the power of the government. Another example I would give you is that if the king of China is meeting with the king of Russia and the king of America and the king of Canada and the king of Asia, and if all the kings are meeting in a summit meeting, and you happen to be a king also. You are the king of Fredonia, a little island south that has 200 people living on it. Most of them old people. And the people that are going to be invited to that summit, that king, no, why? Because you have one secretary that it was the king of about 250 islands on the ocean. You don't count. So that's why today people listen to the president of the United States and vote and vote or to the prime minister. This is why they listen to them. Why? Because they represent a powerful amount of people. The Pope speaks about he's representing 1 billion people. And politicians know that. They maybe don't like him, can't stand him, but he does represent a powerful presence in the earth. You don't want to mess with him. So it's better to make a deal with him. And so that's the way politics works. That's what I'm saying. People have no power because knowledge is power. And we were talking about banking. Well, first of all, as I said, I think modern day banking, I know that modern day banking all over the world began with what we call the Knights Templar, the Knights of the Temple of Solomon, the Knights Templar. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas have talked about that in the Indiana Jones series. Shows that, like for instance, Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, and The Last Crusade, the Nazis, Adolf Hitler, the Nazis are looking for the cup of Christ, the cup called the cup of Grail, and in there you find out that the real people who have the cup of Grail, the cup of Christ, which is a little sacred symbol.
That was a difficult one, that, guys. I managed it.
Well, in the movie, Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark, or Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, you find that the Nazis are looking for the cup of the Grail, the Holy Cup, and Indiana Jones, representing America, is looking for the Grail. And so all of this is saying that what we see in the Bible is talking about the biblical story, and of course we're getting back to the subject of banking. Indiana Jones confronts not only in the movie, The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones finally actually comes face to face with the people who have the real power, and they're Knights Templar, the Masonic order of Knights Templar. Yeah, they are holding the Grail, remember? And so it's the same Knights Templar that created international banking. many, many, many years ago, back in the 4th and 5th century AD, with the coming of the Masonic order and the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church gave birth to Freemasons. And so they were called the Knights Templar. And the Knights Templar became so wealthy because they operated in secret behind the scenes. And so the Knights Templar, what they did was very clever.
I'll get it right.
It was very dangerous.
It's that way, isn't it? On
Coins, and then these people kill you because they don't like your look. But if they found out you had a lot of gold coins on you really looking for trouble. And so it became very dangerous to roam around the Middle East, just like it is today. Very dangerous to roam around the world with a lot of money in your pocket. And so,
right.
what the Knights Templars did is they set up.
That's the right, yeah.
They set up forts around the Middle East, Near East and Middle East, and those forts were protecting the property, the Knights Templar, whatever they were protecting. Well, what they did is they invented something very interesting. If you were in Rome and you were a Knights Templar,
Oh, the one there as well. And now you can go to the Middle East with just a piece of paper. Nobody's going to tell you about the paper. And so then when you get to the Middle East, you go to the forts where the Knights Templars are, and they would then give you the money that the paperwork shows that you had. So the Knights Templars do, it's their money, it's in their hands, and it belongs to you. So that's when we get the idea of writing a check. So they check the question. If you go to the Middle East, they want to, you say you have money in the bank, well, they would check on that and see if you can have money. Right? So that's what they get writing a check. And so the whole banking system today is based on the Masonic order of the Knights Templar. That's what we call today international and national banking. So if you go into a bank today, you need to understand bank or the offspring or the profit. Banks today are the profit of the Roman Catholic Church and the secret society of Knights Templars during the 4th, 7th, 6th, 7th century AD to set up a banking system around the world and not have to carry money with them. Just take like a piece of paper showing how much money you have, and you can pick out money when you have when you get to where you're going. So that's where banking first started, in the Roman Catholic Church, and Knights Templar Masonic lodge in the Roman Church. Now, having said that, now, of course, we get into something called commerce. So now you have banking, so now you have commerce. In the dictionary, if you look in the law dictionary, especially, go to a library and go on the web to a law dictionary and look up the word commerce. Commerce, we think of as business. But look at the actual, exact lawful definition in the law of the word commerce. Commerce is sex. That's what the word commerce means in law, sex. And so it's a business. And so, it may be dangerous business. It may be funny business, but it's business. And that's why we can get married you have to have a license. Why do you have to have a license? Because the bank owns you, and therefore you have to have a license to get married. Why? Because it's a business license. You can't do business without a license. Well, I'm not doing any business. Yes, you are, because according to international law, marriage is a business. Marriage is a business, and if you don't think it's a business, I mean, it's your business, not my business. But it's a business, it's your business. Or if I'm getting married, that's my business, not yours. But if it's my business, it's still a business. And if the business doesn't work out, you're not going to God, you're going to court. You better bring your house and your car and your children and everything else to court. Why? We're just talking business. And the business, she's a corporation. This is what the way the bank set it up centuries ago. Centuries ago, it was decided that every human being was a business. And of course, your business is not my business, it's not. But we both have a business. Therefore, the banks, they decided the way they would operate is that every single human being is a corporation. Now understand this. No law in North America or in the Western civilization, no law, federal, state, county, city, commercial, nothing. No law in Western civilization, especially Canada and America, no laws apply to you, the person, the flesh and blood you. There are no laws that apply to you. Period. End of sentence. That's what the law says. However, in order to control you, the state and the bank decided a long time ago when the mother was born, the bank decided that they would make everybody a corporation. So that's why when you pass away, they were a corpse. Because when you were alive, you were a corporation. And so then when you die, you are out of business. Of course, it's none of my business, but you're out of business. And so at the end of the world, yeah, the end of the world for you, not me, but the end of the world for you, you're out of business. And therefore you're a corpse, because you are a corporation. So the banks then decided that there is no law that you are under as a flesh and blood person. Because even your mother does not have control over your thoughts, over where you go, or what you read, or where you decide to go, or who you're out with, who you live with. Your mother doesn't even have that control over you. And you don't have that control over her. People will do whatever they're going to do, and that's none of your business. Where your mother goes and what she does, none of your business. Well, it's none of her business where you, as an adult, what you eat, where you go, none of her business. So the point being is that law does not apply to personally. No law in America or Canada applies to you personally. So how does it work? Well, the banks, along with government, have decided that you, so like I said, when your mother was born, the banks decided that you, in order to control you, since nobody can control you, your mother can't control you, your friends right next to you, they can't control you. And so the banks know, well, hell, if his mother can't control you, I know I can. So what they did is they created another you. Now there's two of them. There's the personal you that nobody can control. And there is the fictitious you, which is a business you, that the government controls. So you see, the government cannot control your personal life. They can't control who you talk to, who you see, where you're going to eat, what you're thinking, what your ideas are. They don't know what your ideas are. They don't care because they got no control over that at all. But what you do is
Oh, took some time, that one.
that's different. get a license to do business. Now what you do, now
Is that 3 of them or 2? Yeah, I got 2.
Because no longer personal. Now it's you and the government. Therefore, if you're going to get married, you're going to make money. Your wife may be making money. You may open up a company and a corporation.
Planet floor, call.
The government has control over that because they gave you a license to do business. So you have to have a license. One of the same reasons why lawyers, attorneys have to have a license to practice law. Why? Simple, because those attorneys are, as a lawyer, are representing you in a court using law books. They've studied the law books. You haven't. They have. And therefore, when they're through studying the law book, they take a test. And if they pass the test, then they get what is called a law degree. Now they are they can represent you now in court because you are a corporation and they cannot.
I don't like the flashing light now.
But they can represent you legally. Law is business. Your marriage is a business. So like I said, there's a big difference and you as a business. So there's 2 of you. So that's where the banks now got you. Because if you go into a bank,
shit.
or if you do business with a bank, there's 2 of you in the bank. There's the person wearing the shirt and the tie. There's the person. The bank has got nothing to do with that. They don't care where you live. They don't care. That's personal. But now you're doing represent yourself in business. So now that's why. Now how do you know the difference? How can we look at you? Know the difference between you personally and you as government? Because the 2 of you are private and the public. How do you tell the difference? Very simple. The way you sign your name. The way you sign your name will tell the world, government,
Alright.
which one they're dealing with. So when you sign your name, upper and lower case, that's according to British style, the British maritime law. When you sign your name, upper and lower case, capital letter and lower case, capital letter, lower case. Upper and lower case means your personal document. It means your personal self. However, if you're going to do business, then the law says the name must be in all capital letters. Why? Because you are now in capital money. You're now dealing with money and business and government. Yeah, I know. I know. Let me tell you something about when you go, when a student applies for a loan, for the government loan, how does that really work? According to law, according to actual banking law, North America, Canada and America, according to banking law, banks cannot loan money. Period. That's the law. A bank cannot loan money. I explained it to you last time. If I walk into a bank and I put $25,000 of my money into the bank, in my account, cash, and the next day you come in and want a $25,000 loan,
and they finance it for you. What did they do? Did they give you my $25,000 that I put in? I didn't put my money in there so you could go buy your boat. The hell is wrong with you? I didn't give the bank money so they can give it to you. And so, well, that's the law says they can't give you my money. Well, the bank, at the end of each banking thing, the bank has written all kinds of checks for people to buy houses, boats, cars, planes, and everything else. At the end of their banking day, maybe the bank has written $1 million worth of business that day. If they finance a bunch of cars and a couple of apartment buildings. So they spent, they have written checks for $1 million. Where did that money come from?
Signature.
I walk in there, I want to see black money. I don't care how many checks you wrote for everybody else. That's the one thing. But don't give them my money. And so the law says that banks cannot loan anybody's money to anybody, period. You put money in the bank, there's no money. They cannot give the money up. Well, then the question should be, well, if you did $1 million worth of business today, financing homes, cars, tractors, and motorcycles, and everything else, where did you get the money? And then you find out, well, they're not really, nobody got loaned anything. Nobody's got money for anything. Here's the way it works. When you go into an auto agency, for instance, you want to buy a new car. Let's say the new car is priced at $30,000. Okay. The reason we know it's $30,000 is because each and every car, according to the law, each car must be appraised by a state-approved appraiser. So there are companies that approve, that will appraise every new car and stamp on the paperwork. This car, according to government records, worth $30,000. So the government says, okay, that's what you say it's worth. That's what it's worth. Use the appraiser. Now that car is worth $30,000. You want to buy it, but you don't have the money. So what did they do? When you go into to buy the car, if your credit looks good, it looks like you could pay the car off. What they will do is they will take the paperwork. They say, go to the auto agency, pick up the paperwork, and bring it to the bank. Okay, so you go back to the car agency, they get the paperwork, you sign all the papers, and you take all the paperwork over to the bank. And the bank now has the paperwork. In law and in commerce, it's called commercial paper. Commercial paper, meaning that document you brought in from the car agency is worth $30,000. It's representing $30,000 in business. And so they take that paperwork and they put it into an account. They open up a bank account in your name. But you don't know that. This is not for you to know. They open up a bank account. And you cannot, according to federal law, nobody should open a bank account without signing your name. I can't open up a bank account in your name and sign your name. That's fraud. I go to jail. And if you're going to open up a bank account, you have to sign the paperwork that you're opening a bank account. And if you don't sign paper, then you're not opening a bank account. And so when the bank takes that paperwork from the car agency, they open up a bank account in your name, but they don't tell you they're doing that. That's secret. Then they open up the bank account in your name. Then they take the paperwork, which is worth $30,000. It represents $30,000, and they put that paperwork into the bank account. And so now the paperwork is worth $30,000, and they just put it into a bank account in their bank that they opened up for you, and you didn't know it, and they put that $30,000 in that paperwork
transferred the paper into the bank account. So now, as it stands, you've got $30,000 in your bank account. Then they write you a check on it. They write you a check on your checking account. You don't even get to do it. They write the check on your checking account for $30,000.
So basically, you created the money yourself. Fraud, basically. The banks are creating fraud. Called promissory notes. Registered it.
And then wrote you a check on your bank account and then they own the paperwork. So ultimately,
What's going on there?
And so when you finally do pay the car that costs $30,000, you finally pay it off, and it costs probably $60,000 to pay it off over a period of 10 years, you finally pay the car off. You don't get the ownership. You still don't own the car. You never ever own the car. Just like when you pay your house off, last and final payment, you do not own the house. In law, it says that you have an equitable interest in the house. You have an equitable interest in the car, but you do not own the car. You have money invested in it. So if I'm going to buy the house from you, I have to give you some money. You've got money invested in it. And so
It's gonna bloody.
because that's how much money you've got into it. So I have to pay you to get the house. But you don't own the house. You can only get an equitable interest to pay you. But you don't own it. And so you can get paid for the car. If I buy a $50,000 a year later, you don't own the car. I don't own the car, but I do have to pay you if you do have regular investment. So I have to pay you. That's called equitable interest. Nobody in North America owns anything, period. Let me restate that in case you didn't get it. Nobody in North America owns anything. You do not own your home. You do not own your new car. You don't own anything. Why? Because you never paid for it.
Yeah.
And if you don't pay for something, you don't own it. And according to international maritime admiralty law, international banking law, gold and silver coin is referred to as the coin of the realm. And anytime you are buying something, you put down gold coins or silver coins, by law, international law, you own it. You pay money. But in America and Canada, you don't pay money. You pay a piece of a bill. But that's not money. Because on the bill, even on the American dollar bill, it will tell you this $1 bill represents the money. Represents real money. It doesn't say this is real money. It says this is a representation of real money. Meaning we will use it like it's real money. But luckily, it's not real money. It's just a piece of paper. So when you walk into a bank with a check, you know, and my wife's buying a check for $1,000, that's not money. You can't walk into Sears or walk into the market or something and buy groceries with that check I gave you.
No.
It's a piece of paper. I do too. You can't use it to do business. I mean, you can't use it to go out and buy something. So it's just a check. So the point I'm making is, if you're going to own something, you have to get it allodial. The word is called allodial. A-L-L-O-D-I-A-L. Allodial.
So if you're going to buy a new car, or buy a home, or buy a motorcycle, or a boat, or whatever you're going to buy, you tell the person, or you tell the company, or the bank, or the agency to buy it from, you want to buy it allodial. allodial, allodial. You want a allodial title. Allodial title means you own it. Period. Government cannot tax you on it. Government cannot take it away. Federal government cannot touch it. The state cannot touch it. The banks cannot touch it. You own it. Allodial on the international law.
Allodial.
Nobody can touch anything you own allodial. Look it up in the law. So, if you don't have an allodial title on your motorcycle, or your car, or your home, or anything else you own, then you don't own it. You have an equitable interest. You have money involved in it. Other people have to give you that money that's involved. But in point of fact, you don't, in fact, own nothing. That's the way you get it. So, thank you. So, where do we find banks? I think I said this the last one. Where do you find a bank? Find banks on both sides of the river called
River banks.
What does a river bank do? It directs the flow of the currency. Because your money is referred to as a currency. It's a currency. It's an ebb and flow. That's why we say, money goes through your hands like water. No, money is a currency. It's a cash flow, a liquid asset. It is water. So your house is not paid for it, it's under the water. Or you're drowned in gas. And you have an offshore account. We can go on for hours talking all the words in relation to banking that shows that it's water. And and if you don't pay your loan, the bank is going to levy on your account. Levy. So anyway, the point being is that money is water. Period. And you are 70 to 80% water. So you are a maritime chemical product because you were born out of your mother's water. Your mother's water broke and you came out, and so now you are a maritime application water product. And your money is water, you water, the whole thing. So we say you are flush with money, or your bank account has dried up. So it's fascinating, and let me give you one more example that most people have never thought about. If I have an office and I want you to paint my office, I call you as a contractor. You come over, look at the job, and then you give me a price. How much will it cost for you to paint my office? Okay? When you come up with a price, you tell me, and if I don't mind it, I will say, okay, do it. I have just now made a contract with you. If you do the job, I will pay. When the job is done,
Contract law.
you come to me with the bill. And the bill, let's say, it's $100. Right? So you hand me a bill for the painting job for $100. So now I'm standing there looking at you, and I'm holding a bill that you gave me for $100. Okay? Now I reach into my pocket, and I pull out my wallet, and I give you a $100 bill. I just gave you a bill that has 100 on it, so it's $100 bill. Unless the person gave me a bill for $20, then I would reach in my pocket and pull out a $20 bill and give it to you. Now you have paid. No, you're not. A bill. I gave you a bill.
Child, bro.
I gave you a $50 bill. You gave me a bill for
I didn't actually realise it keeps the memory of the lost entry. Yeah, okay.
it's called a bill, a dollar bill. Why? Because it's a bill you owe me. What I did is that I didn't do anything. What I did is I neutralized the debt. I didn't pay a bill. I neutralized the debt. I owe you $100. Okay, I just give you a $100 bill, then you owe me $100. So we're even. All you gotta do is keep your receipt, and we're even. You owe me $100, I owe you $100. So we're even. Now all you gotta do is make sure you keep your record. Make sure that we are, in case of any discussion about it, I can show where I gave you a bill. And you owe me $100. And here's your bill, and I owe you $100. So leave me alone. I paid you. And so we're even, right? I didn't say we paid each other off. I said we're even. You give me $100 bill, I give you $100 bill. Now we're even. You owe me and I owe you, so let's forget it. That's the way banks work. Banks do not loan money. They take whatever you buy, they keep the things left, and they collect, and then they want you to pay that $30,000. But here's another little incident that we don't know. When you pay that $30,000, that's not money that they bank loan you. It's not money they didn't loan you that. They kept the paperwork from the next $30,000. So you will pay the $30,000 back with interest. According to international law, and in the last 10 years, it's called RICO. RICO. Have you ever heard the word RICO? Okay, RICO has to do with international law, federal law that says if you're doing any kind of business that's illegal, unlawful, you can go to prison. I don't care if it's General Motors, it doesn't matter. You do something illegal, unlawful, stealing other people's money or ripping them off or doing something, it's fine. You're found guilty in court, you can go to prison for that. It's called RICO, the RICO Act of California, the RICO Act of America. And it has to do with racketeering laws. So one of the racketeering laws in RICO said that if you accept interest for money that you did not loan, that is a felony, and you can go to prison for it. Why did they put that into the RICO law in America? Why? Because of the mafia. Mafia was making loans to people, loan sharking. And they give you $500, but by the time you pay them back, it's $6,000. And so they're collecting a lot of interest on you. But you see, now with the RICO laws, you can go to the Fed and say, look at, I borrowed $500 here, I've got $6,000 I paid this time. And now you can go to prison under RICO law. That's against the law to charge interest, not exorbitant interest, but it's also against the law, really against the law, to charge interest on something you never paid anything. So somebody is charging you interest on money they never gave you. That's a real difference. And so therefore, when you check with the law book, you will see that you paid interest on a loan, on your car, on your home. And the law says that you pay interest. If you can't pay interest on something that was never given to you. So the banks will say, well, we give you $300,000 to buy your home. And that's what you owe us interest. No, you never gave me $300,000. You took the paperwork, which represented the $300,000. You put it into the bank and opened a bank account, and then you wrote a check on that $300,000 to the homeowner. But you didn't give me $300,000. You took the property, which was worth $300,000, and then put it into a private banking account without telling you, and then wrote another check on it. And so you never paid me anything. Oh, well, now the bank knows that you have found them out. The first thing you will do is call the lawyer. And then we'll tell the lawyer, we got some problems here. Some guy just came to the bank, he said that we didn't loan him the money. And according to RICO law, we are collecting interest on money we didn't give him. And that's serious. You better get down here quick and ring the lawyer. Why? This is right. And if he goes to court, we may be going to jail. We may be going to jail for this. We accepted interest according to RICO law, according to the federal commercial law, because we didn't give him a nickel, and yet we're collecting interest on supposedly gave him $300. So I'm just saying that when you look into banking, how it really works, how government really works, how the whole entire system of Western civilization really works, you better go back and do some homework. You haven't figured it out how big and how nasty this whole commercial, governmental, educational, military, religious whole system that we live under in the Western world is corrupt, lying, it's high crime and treason against the people, against the state, against the government. It's just amazing how much absolute treason and lies and deception that has been misleading the people into believing things which are just not true. So my point is that if you're going to talk about banking, go back and look at where it all came from. Go back to the 9th century, back in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th century AD, not BC. And you will see that most of all banking comes from the Knights Templar, and the Knights Templar was a Catholic, Roman Catholic, Masonic order, secret society within the Roman Catholic Church. Go back and read it in an encyclopedia dictionary and look up Knights Templar. And you will see that the Knights Templar gave you today that jazzy, silly operation we call banking. It's a corrupt, dirty system. And it has used people because the people are ignorant. They don't know. They've never read anything. They don't know. They don't go to school to learn, and they're never going to teach you any of this in school. So, if you go to be a lawyer or going to be a banker, you're going to study banking, they're never going to tell you what I'm telling you. They're just going to show you the procedure. Well, here's the way the bank does it. And here's the way the bank does that. Now, if you're going to be a banker, here's what you have to do. Here's how it works. You take a test on it, and you pass the test, you can be a banker. So here's the way it all works. But the student never says, wait a minute. What the hell are you talking about? Is this legal? Is this lawful under federal law, under international commercial law? Is this legal? All of a sudden, your college is over. They've had enough of you. You talking to them. You thinking to them. You not only do not get a degree, but you get kicked out. They don't want you talking to the other students like this and telling people to read and study, educate yourself into what's really going on. That's trouble. You're not going to cause that kind of trouble. They're going to kick you out of college now. Get rid of you. Why? Because you know too much. And now you're talking too much. And everybody else in town is going to hear about it, and we're going to have some big problems. And so we would prefer you keep your mouth shut. Get out of here. They give you a degree. We ain't working for no bank around here. So the bottom line on all of it is you need to wake up and understand understand government, religion, churches, synagogues, mosques. I don't care what kind of religious place you go to. It's all run by the same people. Islam, Christianity, Judaism, the bank, military, the army, the navy. It's all run by the same people. The whole entire superstructure of Western civilization is run from behind the scenes by the very powerful people who have been behind the scenes before your mother was born. And you will never know who they are, you will never see them, and there's no way to report them to the police or to the government because they are the government. They are the government. They will rape, lie, and steal and do anything they please. If you don't like it, you go to prison. But what you need to do is shut up, go watch your ball game, and have a couple of beers, and don't worry about it, because we're in charge. So once you understand how banks work and the world works, then you begin to wake up to the reality that you are living on a prison planet. The whole world, like the Bible says in the New Testament, the whole world is lying in the power of the wicked, which means the entire world of mankind is lying in the power of the demonic. The demonic, lying, deception, pornographic, drugs, war, violence, using people, misusing people. And we talk about how adults are misusing children. Well, yeah, but the government's misusing you. And you've been acting like a kid all your life. You didn't know anything. So therefore, since you were like a kid, you don't know anything more about it than the 10-year-old. You don't know how, a 10-year-old doesn't know how the government works. And like, that's okay, you don't either. So you're like a child too. There's nothing mature about you. And so therefore, that's why the government is mistreating you. So we talk about adults who are mishandling and mistreating children. Well, the government is mistreating you. It's not telling you anything. When did you hear about any of this stuff on the nightly news? When did you ever hear anything on television news about how the banks really work? When did you ever hear anything on the nightly news about who really prints your money? And how your government actually impacts it? Would you hear anything about that? No, all you hear is your basketball score, your football score, your soccer ball, the tennis ball, your bowling ball, your ping pong ball, and your baseball, your basketball, all the ball games, and then there's the weather and sports. And that's it. That's all you need to know. And yes. I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. That's it. That's the way the world works. All high crime and treason and lies and deception. And as long as the people, the adult people, don't know anything about it, they don't understand anything about it, and nobody reads and nobody understands anything, then everything's fine. It'll continue to go, it'll just get worse and worse and worse, and corruption just keeps going higher and higher, and more evil. But that's life in the big city. So I have always said, that's what I try to do, wait too long for the time of how much is going on that they have no idea in the world about. Educate themselves. Intellectually educate themselves as to where they come from. Who said the government is empowered to do this and that? Who said that the laws would do that? Nobody seems to ask the question, whose law? Like I said, the attorneys and lawyers, they have to have a license. Why? Because they are doing business with a law book. And you can't use a law book to make money against the law. If I write a story, if I write a novel, and you want to produce that novel in a movie, well, that's fine. I'm impressed that my novels will be made into a movie. But you have got to get my permission to make a movie on my book. That's my book, my story. You want to use it, maybe I'll let you. If you pay me up front, you better pay me what I want. Why? Because I own the story, not you. So if you want to use my story, then pay me. If you don't pay me, then don't use it. Well, that's the same thing the lawyers are told when they get their law degree. You are now able to make money from the law book that you have read and studied. But the people who wrote the law book, they own the copyright on that law book. And you're going to go out and use that law book to make money in court. So you can't go out and make money in court using my law book that I wrote without a permit. It's called a license. So attorneys have to be licensed, meaning they have paid money and they have agreed to pay me a percentage. Whatever they do, they have to pay me because it's my law book. I'm the one that wrote it, not you. You're making money with it, but it's my law book. So you want to use my law book in court? Yeah, that's fine. Pay me. Get a license. If you go into court and you don't have a license, yeah, I'll show you how to. And there's no right to use my law book in court. So just understand that about the law. Even lawyers have to have a license. Just like you need a license to get married, just like you need a license, a permit to do this, a permit to do that, a license to do this, a license to build that, you need a permit for this. It's all because you don't have any power at all, period, about this. Period. You need to get a permit, you need to get licensed, you need to ask permission. You don't have any power. It's knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
Oh, I'll be calling it a day soon because it's been on. I've been on for an hour. It takes so much time, this game. I don't know, how do we do this? Might be able to do it. There you go. Right. We need to Oh, poop. Yeah, I kinda can. So we do that. Right, okay. Right. Oh. How would you get out of that one? Yeah. Ah. It's a hard one, that. Oh my word. Ugh. Oh. I've covered quite a few puzzle levels here today. Ah, done it. Thanks, sweetie. Thank fish butties for that. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm going to call it a day because I've had enough. I've got quite a few through it, so this will be the next stage. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon.